I've given a lot of presentations. I'm very fortunate in my business life that I've been able to give a lot of public talks. This is the largest crowd I've ever spoken to, so that's good. Normally it's like 3 or 4 people. All right, the first joke went over okay. So you'll understand this in a minute, but you're probably wondering who this guy is. And in case you haven't figured it out already, I'm the best man behind the best man today. My name is Paul Chambers. I am Chris's better-looking and older brother. What we have here today is a fondue pot of Chris and Courtney's lives. It's a great melting pot of different people from different areas, different parts of their lives. Some from high school, from college, from middle school, elementary school, post-college, even birth, mom. And so what I wanted to do today was to bring everybody together with my talk as best I could. Now, for the next 45 minutes, what I'm going to do is share with you some important information about Chris and Courtney. And if you think I'm joking, this was actually Chris at my wedding, and that was the length of his speech that he gave. And yes, Chris did do a PowerPoint. Mine's a little more advanced because I know how to use these things. I still like it as well. I think he is Times New Roman. It's a nerd joke. Alright, so here's our agenda for this speech today. First, I'm going to give you a brief history of Chris, according to me. After that, I'm going to tell you the life so far of Chris and Courtney. And then we're going to round it off with Courtney. What to expect. It's not going to take 45 minutes. I've rehearsed this a couple times. It's only about 5 plus 10. 50. So anybody in Bozeman will tell you any great hike up the mountain starts in the foothills, right? Trying to use an imagery. Yeah, absolutely. So every great journey starts in the foothills, and that's where the life of Chris starts. And if anybody who knows Chris, you know, he's always been cute. And Chris and I share a lot in common, actually. We have the same smiles. Well, that's about it. But we do share our smiles. And this is actually a better picture of Chris and I. Anybody who knows Chris knows that he's always been a funny guy. He didn't know those apes until he walked up to them and started a random conversation with them. But anybody who knows Chris knows that he loves to have fun, and that hasn't changed about him. Over the years, they allowed Chris to make it through Troy High School. He did graduate, learned a few things. I was very proud of him. And
Billy got kicked out that night too.
And of course, it wasn't without incident on his 21st birthday. Within about 10 minutes of being in the bar, Chris was promptly kicked out of the bar. We had a little bit of pre-drinking that night. So Chris always has loved to have fun as much as he does. Sometimes it gets him into a little bit of trouble. The other important thing about Chris is he's never changed. And from those moments of us as kids, with water guns, even through college that you see here today, still has always been that fun person as he continued to grow up. This night, as a matter of fact, he had his Halloween costume as game show host, had pre-written cards, and he went around. Yeah, well, it started this night, I like to believe, this night or the night before, and asked people trivia questions, and can strike up a conversation with anybody. And that's what I love about Chris. They did let him graduate from Michigan State as well. And it was after that Chris decided to make his voyage out west. And he started in Green River, Wyoming, and continued to work his way here to the great state of Montana. And it was on May 6, 2010.
What the hell, dude?
May 6th. Let me show you how the treasure tweets now. It was May 6th of 2010 that Chris publicly stated to the world via Twitter, "I've decided to make an effort to work on my wing." Now that's serious stuff. If you haven't seen Chris's wink, it's good. Looks like a twitch. But it was shortly after that time that wink must have worked. It must have kicked in the fall of 2011. Chris and Courtney met. At least according to Facebook. So the fall of 2011, Chris and Courtney met. And even into 2012, that wink must have paid off. Because he found a good one. As things continued, they got serious. Chris and Courtney became Facebook official. Now, I remember getting a call from Chris one day, and he said, "I had to send a tough message last night. I sent a message to Chris Chambers to ask him if we couldn't be married anymore." Because you see, what Chris did is he thought it would be funny if on Facebook he was married to himself. And the way he accomplished that was by finding another Chris Chambers on Facebook and randomly reaching out to that Chris Chambers and saying, "Hey, can we be friends? And by the way, I'd love to say we're married to each other."
He loved it.
And he did. I think you had to go to 2 Chris Chambers to make it happen, wasn't it? Yeah, so he had to send that message to the other Chris Chambers and say, "Hey guy, hey Chris, we can't be married anymore. I need to show my lady that I'm serious about her." And they became Facebook official on July 11th, 2012. And that's a big step. That's a big step for everybody today. Now, I know Chris and Courtney are great for each other. They both love the outdoors. They both are what some people who aren't from Montana would call free spirits. They both love Nerf guns and love to have fun. They both show affection towards trees. And they both love bum gloves. And puppies. They both love puppies. Oh, puppies. Puppy dragons, yes, let's say that. So, along the way, Chris and Courtney made a big purchase together. They bought a house. And with any house, it comes along with a little bit of work. This is the first breakdown, and there was some more work that needed to be done in the house. But the important thing is Chris and Courtney, through all of that, maintain high spirits. I can't tell you how many times I've heard, "Oh, the Vanagon's being towed again," or "They need to do some work on the Vanagon." But they both were troopers through all those trips and certainly show a lot of love and affection for each other. On March 20th, 2013, Chris and Courtney became engaged, or if when the other person accepted is on July 27th, 2013. We're both a little slow to the social media use, so we really don't know what's happening out there. But they did become engaged to create a great unit that you guys see here today. Now, the last part of this, and we're on the third part of the agenda, so don't worry, we're wrapping this up. We've got to go to the bathroom. It's on what's on the other side of the mountain. So, like using the imagery again. So here's a little bit of what to expect with Chris that you certainly already know. This wasn't even Halloween. This is a random day. So one thing I anticipate is that Chris, his fun-loving attitude, his ability to dress up in costume at any given moment will never change. He will always be that guy, and Courtney, he'll always be there to make you laugh. And I know you'll always be there to make him laugh, because I know you guys do that for each other very well. The other thing about Chris he'll never change is always going to be a troublemaker. He's always going to be a troublemaker, and that creates adventure. And I know you guys are on a lot of adventure together. The caption on this photo from a statement Chris made earlier. Do you see that guy running without a shirt on? He just wants attention. Says the guy watching his motorcycle.
I might wear that while I ride it.
Maybe it's sweat. And Chris will always give you that excitement in your life as well, whether it be clothed or mostly clothed. And finally, Chris loves his friends, even when he's fighting them in the street after being kicked out of the bar.
Go to the police station.
The police station, yes, I remember that night. And I know you guys will always have lots of great friendship in your lives. And this is, and I'm not just saying this because this is my brother, hands down one of the coolest weddings I've ever been to. Besides my wife, I love you, Jen. Already, an amazing wedding. And the last thing, Courtney, that he'll always have for you is love for you. And I know that will never go away because I see it in him, I see it in his eyes, and I see it in his heart. I know that will always be there. I know you have that for him too. So, last but not least, I would be remiss if I didn't give a PowerPoint presentation that concluded with a morph of what you two look like and what your future babies will look like. So, I love doing this. Because what happens from here is you get married, everyone's like, oh, you guys gonna have kids now? When are you gonna have kids? And then all of a sudden you have twins, and then you have a third, and it's just crazy. Now, every good experiment must start with a control. So just to make sure that the software works properly, I decided to Chris, my good friend Phil. The story behind this that happened once at the Dave & Buster's. It was you or me. Anyway, baby turned out okay. So Chris and Phil have a very good baby. Hey, Cassie, she's cute. But But of course, we had to run the Chris and Courtney experiment, and I'm happy to say there's a little funky shading from the software, but you guys are an adorable little girl. If you choose to have kids, you're on vacation. Certainly welcome. So you guys, in conclusion, you have so much ahead of you. The sky is not even the limit because, as you can see, you insert your future above the sky. I'm very excited for both of you. I'm very excited for what's to come. I'm very excited to have an awesome place to visit and come skiing in the winter and teach my little girls and little boy how to ski in some awesome places around the world here. And I'm so happy for what's to come. Thank you. And raise your glass to whatever's in front of you. Little toast. To Chris and Courtney.